Hey, this is Allison.
And this is Nina.
And this is Chaotic Good, your anything but neutral reality TV podcast.
And today we are recapping Survivor 50, episode 10, A Side Dish of Chaos.
A side dish of, I would say, chaotic good.
Yes, girl.
Because if we could align this episode, it would fall squarely into the chaotic good alignment.
Yeah.
Which is the whole freaking point of us running a podcast is for chaotic good moments like we had last night. What?
Like we had in that entire episode.
Yeah. What?
Oh, so good.
A fun episode. No, I felt like the span of time for the auction, like before we hit commercial break, I was like, that was like the best 10 minutes of Survivor.
Ooh,
like outside of like strategy and all of that and
Yeah.
like advantages, it was just so fun.
So fun to watch.
I mean,
yeah.
Cherie puking and rallying, Aubrey
Dancing
with her little grub. So good. And
that was amazing.
what we really need to discuss though is the cherry on top, which was our amazing experience of watching it last night.
Yes, which was at a live watch party at Authentic Brewery. It was so much fun. It was so fun to see people there with their buffs, with their crews. That's what I was telling Allison was probably my favorite part was, right, our girls that we watched Survivor with were there, and then seeing other people with their watch crews were there.
Several watch party crews come to the brewery last night, and we all watched it together. It was so much fun. We were standing, we were hooting and hollering. When that coin flipped to the $2 million head, we were all like, yes! Every time Cherie just was Cherie this episode, we were like,
lost our minds. Every time we lost our minds. Yeah.
So if
so
you
fun.
are listening right now or watching us and you came to the watch party, thank you so much. It has been a goal of Nina and I for a while now to host an event like that, and we're ready to do more.
Yeah. I want to do a lot more.
Yeah, so
It was so fun.
Also shout out to Authentic Brewing because my dad runs that brewery, so thank you, Dad, for setting that up. He keeps a very busy schedule at that brewery.
Yes.
So when I was like, hey Dad, like I would love to host a watch party at the brewery like sometime in May or April, and he's like, let me check, and we got one of the last slots on the calendar. Let's just say that.
And by the way, there were other things happening that same
there was
night.
line dancing happening in the tap room. We had a food truck vendor. We've always there was a private event going on in the front of the brewery as well, so there's always a lot going on. But after that watch party, my dad was like, oh, we've got to do more of those. So we will not be doing any more for this season of Survivor,
sadly no,
but for Survivor 51, y'all, if you are in the Athens, Georgia area,
come on down here.
Yes,
let's go.
Put it on your calendar. We'll be hosting several watch parties next season. I'm so excited.
I'm so excited. I think I want to do a little shout out.
Oh, please.
To one of the folks that was there, one of a new gal pal, if you will, Jessica.
Yeah. Oh my God, Jessica. Yeah.
Hi, Jessica. So nice to meet you. She found us. Let's see. She found out about the watch party. And then from there was like, oh, this is connected to a podcast. Let me check out this podcast. And that's how she found out about us. And
oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And she was just so, I mean, she saw us and immediately knew who we were because she's watched videos. She has also listened to us. And it was so fun to, oh my God, I don't know, like have someone there that loves Survivor as much as we do, who's just as excited about this season as we are, who's like, listen to us. So she like was bringing up stuff that we had talked about. It was so fun. And she brought her crew to this, and that was just such a blast. Yeah, we played some trivia in between commercial breaks. We also just muted it, picked up the mics, and was like, okay, let's talk about what just happened. And it was so fun to hear people's takes. I loved getting to hear who people wanted out, who people didn't want out, who winner predictions, because there were it was a wide range of folks and what their predictions were, and that was so interesting to hear.
Because we're just, during the podcast, we're just riffing off of each other and sharing our own opinions. A lot of times we agree with each other. On the occasional situation, sometimes we disagree. And so yeah, it's so much fun to like almost open that up to just dozens of people and be like, let's all talk about Survivor together now
while it's happening. While history is happening before our eyes.
Oh my gosh. So let's get started on the recap.
Let's do it.
Okay, so first thing on my list to discuss is the Mr. Beast Super Beware Advantage twist.
Yes, the most known person in the entire universe, in the whole world. Yeah, Mr. Beast. Which I'd heard that name before, but I still like don't really know what it is. I think one of my to-dos today that I did not get around to was like figure out what Mr. Beast is. Literally, I'm like, Nina, watch a video. Like do some research. Watch a freaking video.
I got really busy having lunch with my in-laws today, and so that was a lot of fun. So I preferred doing that. But no, I loved how we're going to get into this, but they had one of the most fascinating, best, chaotic, live, dynamic tribal council conversations ever. And then Jeff is like, I know the reason why.
Yeah.
I know the reason why. Because what I've witnessed is a psychological arc. Because of the mere mention of Mr. Beast. The surge of dopamine. The cognitive distortion. The unknown of Mr. Beast has changed the game forever. And I felt like as he was saying it, like all of the Survivor contestants were just like, oh, okay.
Right. Yep. And honestly, so are we.
We were just like,
all of us at the watch party were like, okay.
I know, it's sometimes just sweet to see Jeff just get so into something and he's so excited that we're like, no, we can't stop him, but wow, he's still going.
Oh, he's still talking about that Mr. Beast.
He's still teeing it up, but like we get it. Actually, what we were talking about had nothing to do with him.
Yeah. Truly nothing to do with him. They're just talking about people getting voted out.
Also, I feel like what they were talking about, and we're going to get into more detail in a minute, is like actually true core Survivor of Stephanie saying, I didn't do that. I never lied. And then other people saying back to her, hey, actually, the whole point of the game is to put names out. So the fact that you're saying you never put names out makes you look even more suspicious. Like this is like true, like bare bones Survivor. But then we have Mr. Beast.
But it's because of Mr. Beast.
But it's because of Mr.
These
Beast.
dynamics are because of Mr. Beast. Right.
So
right.
Mr. Beast comes on to the tribal council set, and he has his briefcase with him, and they open the briefcase, and it is revealed that it is going to be a heads or tails coin toss.
Yeah.
And what did you think of this twist?
I did kind of think like, oh, that's it. I don't know. I guess we talked about Mr. Beast being more involved in a possible challenge and some sort of journey, something or other. And
you thought it was going to be more than just a coin.
Yeah.
And then just a coin toss.
But gosh darn it, there is something about being human and a coin toss that it is. By the way, when the time came, it was exciting because the ante was so high that I did turn into, okay, let's do this.
Yeah, so let's talk about what it was. So if you win, if you call it correctly, not only, and this is going to be a single person that is going to do this, not only are you immune, you are given an immunity idol, and adding another $1 million to the prize pot. And then when I heard the $2 million, I was like, okay, let's fucking go.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, that's right with that coin toss. Let's go.
I was like,
$2 million. Let's go.
It's like, it's $2 million. I'm never going to touch or experience. But me like witnessing more dollar signs on the screen, there is something like lizard in me that's like, yeah.
Which I think was the point. It was the point also for the contestants to lose it and be like,
I know. And then, oh my God, Jimmy, Mr. Beast, is like, oh my God, look at them
Oh, yeah.
Look at them reacting to the 2 million.
It's so cute.
It's so
Look at
sweet.
them. It's so sweet. 2 million. If that's not a recession indicator, I don't know what is.
I know. Or like
to have like an
class uprising indicator as well.
Yeah.
I bet people in Los Angeles are like, oh my God, 2 million.
2 million, cute.
Poor.
Cute. It's giving poor.
It's giving poverty. So, and then on the flip side, if you do not call it correctly, you are out of the game.
Yeah, you're dunzo bunzo.
It's the end is nigh.
Yeah.
Things I liked about the twist is that it wasn't forced on anyone. So there's other twists where you really had no choice. You were forced to go on this journey because someone else selected you to go on this journey, or you, because of you dropped early in the challenge, suddenly at tribal council you're having to like roll this. There was this do or die twist, I think in season 43 or 44, and it just you, for really no reason, you were the one that had to roll this dice, and it was pretty much like, are you gonna stay in the game or not? When I'm like, that's not the point of Survivor. So
I hate that.
This wasn't forced on anyone, and I also liked that if it hit, we were still gonna get a vote.
Yeah,
which we did. Because who volunteers? It's our king of chaos this episode, Mr. Rick Devens.
So good. Yeah.
He immediately was like, teacher,
I don't want to do it.
Teacher, may I?
He immediately had a huge, as he was hearing all of the pros and cons of flipping this dang coin, he had the biggest smile on his face.
Yes.
And he was ready to go.
There
wasn't
destiny.
a discussion. It wasn't, maybe some. No, he was ready to go. And I don't think anybody else.
No one else volunteered
or was interested, right?
They're all
I didn't miss
you
anything.
got it.
Yeah.
You got it, buddy. You do that. He's so brave. I know. I'm guessing producers were probably wanting a little bit of back and forth, a little bit of a fight for it or a fight against it. They also mentioned like, okay, and if you can't get to a consensus, then you have to draw rocks, and then a random person.
Right.
We didn't have to do that because Rick was like, "Hold my beer, I can do this.
I got this." Yeah.
Because
I ain't scared.
Those eyes were the eyes of a gambling man.
Yes, they were.
Yeah, and now I know he's got some good numbers now.
Yes,
19 is a new number for him because this is day 19 in the game.
Yeah.
So like if he's gambling, these are like the numbers to look for. Also 10 because this is the final 10.
Yeah.
Also 50 because Survivor 50. So Rick Devens, if you're feeling ballsy again and you want to go to Vegas and you're ready to like get up to some stuff, those are the numbers.
Those are the numbers
you need to go forward with.
Mm-hmm.
So he tosses it. And yeah, like this was one of the best parts of the watch party.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, you got me, coin toss. You got me. This is good.
You got me something. I know we were giving Survivor so much crap earlier in the episode when the challenge is one of those classic balance a ball on one of those like half moon things while they themselves are balancing on a tiny pole. And we were giving Survivor like, oh my God, we've seen this so many times. Like, okay.
I've now resigned myself.
Here we've got a coin toss and we're losing our minds.
Yeah. No, I've resigned myself to the fact that all of the challenges for Survivor 50, it's almost like they're revisiting all of the greats.
Yeah.
Like all of the popular ones. And I'm like, I want to see something new. And maybe that is totally not the point. But these are all these challenges I've seen so many times.
It also was so great that Rick also, I feel like another big reason why he was so amped to flip that coin and to be a part of this historical moment and be standing next to Mr. Beast is because does he have
his kids?
His kids, love Mr. Beast.
Yeah.
And he said this is the coolest thing I could ever do in their eyes. So of course I've got to do it.
Yeah, it's one of those moments where it's like, okay, if I go out, this is such an incredible way to go out. And yeah, it just like goes beyond the game. Also, I'm like, I wonder if he'll have, I mean, now he's like probably buddies with Mr. Beast.
I know.
And
yeah, his
I feel
kids
like Rick
by this point, his kids have probably met Mr. Beast.
Oh yeah. No. This is going to have a ripple effect, y'all.
Yeah.
So the ripple effect also is that he tosses the coin and then it's rolling around on the ground.
With those cracks.
With all those cracks in the grass. And then the coin drops.
And they kneel down.
And they kneel down. And Jeff goes, it's heads. It's heads. It's Mr. Beast. Look. I'll prove it to you. So yeah, 2 million. 2 million added to the pot, baby.
2 million added to the pot. You're safe. And you get an immunity idol.
Yeah. I'm wondering about this idol.
Ooh.
Because he hasn't opened it yet.
Oh, that's right.
But it was given to him from a Tupperware box.
Oh, true.
And it's given to him by Mr. Beast. I just wonder if it's just going to be like a regular idol or it's gonna be a little funky.
Ooh, I would love for it to be funky now that you've said that.
No, and overall, how did you feel about Mr. Beast's like celebrity moment on the show?
You know, for the most part, I didn't mind it. I thought it was pretty fun, even though you could tell that most of the contestants have, like me, have no idea who he is.
Suri again. Another Zach Brown shows up. She's like, right. Mr. Beast shows up. She's like, I'm still confused. Yeah. Although I think I read a comment somewhere that I think her son participated in a Mr. Beast challenge, so she may be aware. But
yeah. And for the most part, I thought it was really fun. I thought the twist was so fun. I bet for people that do like him, this was a fun collab. I think where I didn't love it was when we're having this amazing live tribal council and Jeff has to like bring it back in to Mr. Beast. That just felt so out of nowhere to me.
But what I liked about him though is he has this kind of like sheepishness to him, and he came
Mr.
on
Beast?
Mr. Beast, yeah, Jimmy. I'm like,
Jimmy,
we're Jim. It's first name basis now, right?
Yeah.
No, I just had this very he had a lot of humility and sheepishness, and was like, oh, I don't even know if any of you guys would know who I am, and I'm just so happy to be here. I was just standing in the wings and listening to tribal council, and like, this is crazy, guys. And he just kind of gave $1 million to the show, and then gave someone a coin, and then was like, bye. And then he walked away.
And
And I'm like,
nice.
Like, that's okay with me.
Yeah.
That's okay with me. And I do wonder if there was an original different edit of the show that did include a lot more of him, because I know there was a lot of backlash after Zach Brown. Like, was there a Mr. Beast barbecue on the beach? And they're like, we gotta cut that.
You know what? You're right. I feel like Mr. Beast has been a good in between of the Billie Eilish, like right where we don't even hear her, right? We don't hear her voice, we don't see her.
She's never even acknowledged
by,
even in the public, like just on social media or just in her own life. Like, we're like, do you love Survivor?
Well, I will say in this episode was the first time that they had a commercial with Billie Eilish bringing up Survivor.
Oh, okay.
But it's because she's got a movie coming out, right? It's nice. Content. It's it's a commercial. It's okay. We're selling things, which is not. It makes sense. Like, this is why people do like brand collaborations and stuff like that. Like, things are being sold. That's fine. I will say that we got that. But
I'm like, is it obvious that our podcast has made no money yet? Because we're like, I'm like, we get it in concept, but like, do you have to?
But do you have to do that? Because we have to get freaking money for it.
Because we still do all of this for y'all for free.
For free. Hi. But if you do want to pay us, we wouldn't stop.
We will give you opportunities.
I will say whatever brands, almost any brands. I take that back. I will say almost any brand on our podcast if they pay us.
Almost any.
Depends.
So the non-humans that are listening to us, the brands, the bots that are listening to us, just bookmark that.
Yeah. Just keep that in mind. Here's our email. Just reach out. But yes, it's a good in between of the Billie Eilish Boomerang Idol, where exactly she's not really acknowledged. We don't see her. We don't hear her. Even sort of like the Jimmy Fallon thing. Like, again, it's like, it just says, oh, it's Jimmy Fallon. And
then on the whole other
side, we get Zach Brown. We get his confessionals. We get him
spearfishing
while cutting up wild tuna.
Oh God! And then he sang all those songs.
Yeah.
We survived that, y'all. This season 50 has been a ride. It's been a ride, and I'm loving the ride right now.
I'm loving it
because the next best thing that happened is Stephanie got voted out.
Oh. Hallelujah.
We are putting our bias hat, and I would say like my number one bias hat for the whole season has been
get her out.
Get her out. Ding dong, the witch is dead. Yes. Stephanie LaGrossa. Because anyway, you can look online. She's made some really bigoted comments, and those are just like living rent free in my head. So now we know Rick Devens is safe.
Yeah.
And they're gonna go back to doing a vote. It becomes a live tribal. But it was interesting how they set up the live tribal, or the way they edited it is that it was all from almost Stephanie's perspective of her scrambling around, her moving around.
We were getting her voice a lot of the time.
So I was hearing Aubrey's name a lot. And I was like, wait, Aubrey, we haven't even, like, she's had an amazing episode and we didn't even hear about her name, like, really much back on camp. Like, what is going on? I was, like, getting worried. I love the moment where someone's like, to Emily, is like, well, she has to steal a vote. And Emily's like, but she can't steal everyone's. Also, another favorite moment of mine, also including Emily Flippin, is when she whispers in Rick's ear, "You are bringing me life." The fact that you have an idol and you're safe is bringing me life.
She's one of us.
I know.
She's one of us. She wants Survivor to be fun and interesting.
I love that pair so much.
I know. I want to see them go far.
Those little psychopathic twins. I love y'all. Christian, however, is on the sidelines having FOMO. He's like, I wish I could be there.
Wish I could be there.
Also, this is the first time my own eyeballs have seen him in a shirt that's not the robot shirt.
Oh my gosh, you're right. I think me too, actually.
Because we saw him at a watch party in Atlanta. He was wearing the robot shirt.
All of his promo, when he goes into
his
talk
exit
shows,
interviews.
Yeah, it's all with this shirt. Yes, you're so right.
So to see him in like a coral.
Ooh,
like
coral button up?
Like a coral linen button down. I was like, who is this man?
Who is that? That is Ponderosa Christian.
Also, Christian, your light blue eyes,
gorgeous,
really popped with that coral. It really accentuated it. I would love for next week for him to then have like a light blue shirt to just really make those eyes pop.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's a request. So I didn't really know what the hell was going on.
No.
Stephanie ends up playing her steal a vote. Yes. She steals Rick's vote and she puts down 2 votes on Aubrey. Aubrey. Smiley face. Like,
and she writes it the same on both pieces of paper with the same smiley face.
With the same, like, sorry, smiley face. And then it ends up that all the other votes are on Steph.
Yeah, literally every other vote.
So for all of this chaos that we had today, it all came down, raining down on Steph. Even Jonathan voted for Steph.
Even Jonathan.
And Joe voted for Steph as well. So Steph is out of the game. So now we need to get into what led to that.
Yeah.
So when I talk about the chaos that led to Stephanie getting out, the number one thing, top billing item, is Rick Devin's performance at Tribal Council. Sir, you are giving me life.
Yes.
For all these tribal councils that we have had to just sit through, that is just metaphors, non-speak.
Yeah,
it's partially
speaking around the question, making stuff up.
Survivor's like a wave. Survivor's like a school bus. Survivor's like a dishwasher.
It's like a fire station. You know, when you work with each other, yada yada yada. Just truly such mind-numbing. Chit chat. Yeah.
It's honestly, it's a time where usually when we're just like on the couch with our girlfriends, that's when
when we talk.
That's when I lean over to everybody and be like, who do we think is actually going?
Yeah.
What do you guys think? And then people kind of give their guesses, and I'm like half listening.
Because it's fluff. I don't know how long it's been like that, right? You're the senior Survivor fan. Has it surely in earlier seasons, since people didn't really know what was up, right? People were just like
more candid.
It's like, oh, you're asking me a question? Okay, I'll tell you. I'm sure, because I'm sure they're not even like, oh, is it strategies? And it's just like, I guess I'll just tell you.
Yeah. Oh, who do I not fuck with? This person. Yeah. I'll tell you right now. Yeah.
Who don't I like? I'll tell you. I'll point them out. This person right here.
And it was a mix of, because people weren't, just kind of flowing through the game more and not being as strategic. Also, it's Jeff back then, I feel like, was asking more pointed questions. Like, name them.
Yeah, name them. Who? Oh, you sound upset. What were you upset about? What were you upset at? Yeah.
Or like, in the game of Survivor, what does it mean to be upset on a day like today? Now he phrases the questions like that, so it's like it's a softball.
Yeah.
Anyway. But Rick was like, no, today's different. I know Allison and Nina are hosting a watch party, and I want the tribal council to be really good. So thank you so much. So it gets to him. Stephanie says something about like, oh, guys, there is a simple vote. We could just do the simple thing. And Rick's like, I'm the simple thing. I'm the simple vote, and I'm going to lay this out for y'all, and then I'm going to make a pitch. So what he does is he lays out how Stephanie and Jonathan pitched Ozzy to him.
Yeah.
And it's so interesting how he balances it, because he's like, yep, he pitched Ozzy. Ozzy's sitting right next to him, and he's like, hey, but you know, we voted for each other last night, so I said, sounds good. Then it scrambled, and now it's Stephanie. And then Stephanie then pitches Suri. I love how Rick is like, and I'm not going to do that. Because when it's Suri, I'm not going to do that.
It's Suri, I never said I would do that.
I never said I was going to do that. So I said, why not Rizzo instead? And Rizzo, I'm sorry, but it's just, and Rizzo's like, I get it, man. It's the game. And then he says that they were sold on Rizzo. And then Stephanie reveals that she has a steal a vote. And he says this all at Tribal.
All at Tribal. He reveals the fact that she has a steal a vote to everybody.
And then he says, hey, Suri, Ozzy, Tiffany, Rizzo, and Emily, there are 3 people that are trying to get you out or are leaving you out of the vote. Boom. And they don't have idols. And instead of voting me, the simple vote, let's do eeny, meeny, miny, mo on those 3 and get one of those 3 out.
Heck yeah.
My guess for the 3 is Stephanie, Jonathan, and Joe.
Yeah.
But also Aubrey. Like, where's Aubrey? Like, he didn't name when he was going, you guys down the line, da-da-da-da. He didn't name Aubrey. And this is just like we're going to get the board out in a minute and start doing some mapping for the episodes to come. Because one question mark is I had around Aubrey. So she was in those early conversations with Stephanie and Jonathan. It was Stephanie, Jonathan, Aubrey pulling in Rick. But he did a solid of like protecting her.
Yeah, he
like
did.
He did not name her, and he did not like throw her out. Also, the way when they got to tribal council, he whispered in Aubrey's ear, "Let's blow it up."
Yeah.
And then also when he did the coin toss and it flipped to heads, he was saying to her like, oh, I'm worried now the votes are going to get onto you because I'm safe. So he kept like whispering things to her, and he just, it's like he did a little bit to save her. But I also was like, does the 3 include Aubrey? Should it have been 4? But I feel like the 3 that we just know in our hearts, in our souls, is that it is Jonathan, Joe, and Stephanie. And what I love about this is so much is he's a true, like, tribal council's performance art for him.
Yes, it is. Oh, and I love it.
Also, Rick, when he is on the bottom, is when he flourishes.
Yes.
He like glows from within. That's the same case when on his original season, because I think a lot of people, when they're on the bottom, they are so upset about being on the bottom.
Yeah,
and I think people, when they have to interact with people that are upset, it like gives them the ick. It's like,
and they want them out even more.
They want them out even more because it's like bad vibes. It's bad juju. I think it's
you're making me feel bad. Like I need you gone. I need you gone now.
Something primal socially that someone who's like not having a good time. It's like, you can go.
You can go. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah.
And his unrelenting positivity that he talked about in his letters from home.
Yeah.
Like, that is like his core person, that I think that is why he wins on the bottom so much. That's another reason why I think he's one of the only Survivor players that can win on an underdog story. Because I think other underdogs, we at home are rooting for them, but I think people sitting on the jury are like, oh, this like wimpy, pathetic underdog got all the way to the end and now they're asking me to vote for them when they've just been this like not fun camper.
Yeah.
That's them obviously thinking from a very biased perspective, of course, and sometimes a not
very
fair
little
and not a fair perspective. But I feel like Rick just like flips that over. Another thing I loved about Rick is that I feel like between Rick and Ozzy, we have seen, I feel like people, I'm gonna say Rick and people are like, who the hell is she talking about? Devins.
He
has a first name, y'all. But I feel like Devins and Rizzo have done so much work for idols in this franchise, because Rizzo showed that you can dangle an idol and never play it throughout the whole season. It can be done. And then Devins has showed that you can tell people you have a fake idol. He said that at the beginning of the episode. We polled people at the watch party.
Yeah.
Do you think that was a smart move? Do you think that was a dumb move? Everyone was like, dumb.
Yeah, most people said they They said that they would not have done that they wouldn't have come clean.
Yeah,
and here we are.
I was really worried about him. But what it did for him is it made him so honest.
Yeah.
And believable. Like, I'm laying it all out for you. Why would I lie?
Which, isn't this so interesting that the group of honor and integrity is the one that is freaking out about him telling the truth, and then they're the ones turning around, looking at people's faces and lying to them. Being like, I never said that. I never said your name. Jonathan to Ozzy being like, I've never said your name. That's crazy. Why would you believe him?
Bro, you have a history of lying.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't listen to him. So this is what's great. He lays out this pitch and then he goes, okay, he's laid out a trap. Because whoever has the worst reaction to it is the one going home.
And who had the worst reaction?
Stephanie. Miss Stephanie LaGrossa.
That's right.
Because Jonathan is the first to speak up. And he says, why would you believe this guy? He does the fake idols. He's doing antics. He has a history of lying. Like, this is, don't take this seriously. And then Stephanie, it's like, girl, you probably could have been quiet. Like, give it a beat.
I think if she maybe didn't say anything, I feel like she might have been better off.
Because it's these players, I think, especially in the setting of tribal council, you are silent for a moment and someone feels like they need to fill the silence.
Exactly.
And she comes in and she's like, well, he's lying, but it's true. I do have a steal a vote.
But I do have a steal a vote. Right? Is that funny?
I do.
I mean, he's a liar. He's a bold-faced liar. Don't listen to a single thing he said. However, he did tell the truth right there, but everything else is a lie. And so just listen to that, okay? Just trust me. Yeah, that was wild.
Also, she's like, and also Serenos. And Tiffany is like, why would you tell someone that you're trying to get out that you have a steal a vote? And she's like, oh, okay, let's roll it back, okay. And then she goes into this whole thing, this wishy-washy nothing burger of gameplay, which I'm like, girl, last episode you said, oh, I'm gonna be the baby face. Everyone thinks I'm a little baby face, but I'm actually gonna be slitting people's throats. Okay, then slit a throat, girl.
Slit some throats, yeah. I mean, and this is, or maybe not this right at this point, but I mean, like what you were saying earlier, Rizzo calls her out on it.
Yes.
And says like, hey, this is Survivor. Like, we are pitching names, and if you said a name, just stand with it.
Because she's also wrapping herself around the like honesty and integrity axle. It's breaking her because she's having to like say it's all about like defending herself and not actually like trying to get somebody else out that ain't her. So it's all about like, okay, I was part of the vote, but I wasn't saying your name, or I was saying your name, but I wasn't the first to say your name. And she feels like if she gets this one point across correctly, that will save her, but she's actually just burying herself. I'm like, why not? I have 3 options.
Here we go.
I have 3 options for what she could have done. First, call out Jonathan.
Yeah.
He was
throw him under the bus.
Yeah.
This is do or die, Stephanie. It is either you are going home or somebody else. If you want to stay, then you've got to throw these people under the bus. And you would be telling the truth. If it wasn't you saying the name first, who said it?
Who said the name first?
Oh,
Jonathan.
Someone said the name, who said it. Yeah.
You could throw Joe out because Joe is this middle flip-flopper boy that went straight to Suri and told Suri about the plan against Ozzy. And you could even been like, and I know this game, and I know Suri, and Ozzy are tight, and I can't believe Joe. I don't trust you no more. I don't know what game you're playing.
Yep.
You're not having integrity with me.
That's right.
And then what about pointing the headlight, the spotlight, that was the word I was looking for, pointing the spotlight back onto Ozzy. Hey, by the way, the reason why we're saying this guy's name is because he's a huge threat. He has an idol. He's freaking Ozzy.
Yeah.
And he's playing an amazing game this season.
Yeah.
That's why I was throwing Ozzy's name out, and guess what? We could still vote for him.
Yeah, and we can still do it. And he's still a threat, and he's still dangerous. He's still doing great at all these challenges. He has an idol. What more?
Yeah. But no, it like was all about, it was like, yeah, but that wasn't true. And she just couldn't
get out of that headspace.
get out of that. And I listened to her exit interview today, and she was still so in it.
Wow.
She was still so in the, I wasn't. And she was like, I play a very honest game. I'm a very open person. The way I talk to people is very straightforward and up. And I'm like, girl, I believe that. I believe that's like how you were trying to play the game. But, you know, I don't know, just try to get someone else out.
Yeah. It's not good strategy.
Yeah.
Obviously that strategy isn't working. So, okay.
And yeah.
But it's okay because you were right.
I guess so.
You know what I mean? It's like, do you want to be right, or do you want to win Survivor?
Mm-hmm. Well, she's standing on her right podium, so.
And that's.
The right can have you, Stephanie.
That was a good one. That was a good one.
That was so loud.
Did you spook yourself?
I spooked my own self. Part of the podcasting is you do, I think it's called a turkey call. That's what they call it in the industry. That's what they call that? Yeah, so I usually cut this out of the episode, but yeah, you do a whoop, and then that's where when I'm matching the audio to the video, I line it up. Anyway,
I love
fun
that.
behind the scenes. So the next behind the scenes that we're going to cover is how this disastrous tribal council for Stephanie got there from a very chaotic afternoon. Because this was also just such a fun.
So fun.
Just a fun turn of events.
Yeah.
So let's begin at the beginning, right?
Okay, let's do it.
So first off, Rick Devens is the simple vote. And we know why he
takes people off with his antics.
Oh
he
my
doesn't
God,
have an idol.
I'm remembering from the very beginning of the episode when he's telling people about the fake idol. He calls it the pocket square idol. And he's like, yeah, and I just used the Billie Eilish boomerang wrappings, and everyone's like, oh, okay, funny. And then Joe in the background is like
so upset. He is seething.
If I have to be on this beach with this guy for one more minute. Because Joe, he's not a silly dude.
No.
He's not goofy.
He's only, I think you said that last episode where he's goofy in the sense of making fun of other people. Like when he made fun of Devens. Yeah. When he didn't have any swagger, getting his fake idol.
I know. And I was kind of laughing.
Then he gets his joy. He gets his humor from that. But, you know, real whimsy, real hee hee ha ha.
No.
That's not really Joe's game.
It's not Joe's cup of tea. No. So when we pull the board out, I'm definitely gonna be like, okay, so Joe hates Rick Devens. How much longer will we have? So Rick is the simple vote, but then Jonathan, my Jonathan.
Oh, Jonathan.
A lot of people don't. Okay, this is going to be me generalizing, but I feel like in our watch party communities, a lot of people are anti-Jonathan because he feels anti-Suri. And
I could agree with that.
And anyone who feels anti-Suri, it's like push them,
get them out of here,
get them
away from me. That's an energy that I don't. Even though I know, like we're literally in Survivor, this is a game. You have to vote people out, but exactly like Suri. And her energy, and I love her like feminine, like energy so much that anything that is like antithetical to that, I'm like, get it out. It's actually bad. I see it as like. Suri is good. Anything else is bad.
It's bad.
Even though he's just playing the game out here.
I am loving Jonathan so far.
He said, I'm coming in here with a new strategy.
And he's coming in hot. He's pushing votes. He's pushing ideas. The like wishy-washy Stephanie's on the side. He's like using them to pull in as a vote. But he is taking a lead on things. And I think... And just the way he's phrasing it, too, in his confessional is very compelling. So he decides that he wants to do a big move and he wants Ozzy out. He sees him playing a very cerebral game. He's intelligent this time around. He's a threat. He's like, if he got to Final Tribal Council, I'd vote for him, which I kind of bookmarked in my head.
Interesting.
Because we've been thinking of what if the Cerise Wizard of Oz gets to Final Tribal Council. We're all like, Cerise gets every single vote.
Yeah.
Duh. Then I'm like, wait, would Jonathan vote for Ozzy? Interesting. So this is how it's laid out to us in the show, is that Jonathan is the first one to say Ozzy's name, and then he pulls in Steph and Aubrey, and they seem to be all three together at that first conversation, and they're all for it. They're fine with that. And then Jonathan, Steph, and Aubrey decide to pull in Devon's because they're like, okay, who do you pull in as a number? The bottom.
Yeah.
Because they're just looking for like anything to get.
Anything but them,
to get to the next day. And Devon's is like, okay, sounds cool. And then they have the homework of Devon needs to pull in Emily. And Jonathan needs to pull in Joe.
Yeah.
So Devon goes to Emily, and Emily's like, oh my God, cool. Sounds good. Because she was
this
going.
This is so up her alley.
Because she was going for him last episode.
Yeah, she did.
And so she's like, oh my God, isn't that ironic? She's like, don't let me vote for Ozzy again and him not get out. Like, stop. But okay, sounds good. Okay. Then Jonathan pulls in Joe, and Joe's like, wait, I thought we were getting Rick out. We can't get Rick out?
Why can't?
And Jonathan's like, no, like Ozzy is the threat. Rick is just a smoke screen. He's like, he's a nothing burger. Let's not worry about him. And Joe's like, but I don't like that guy.
Him. So why can't we get him?
Why can't we go for him?
Another thing I find interesting about Joe is that exactly so much of Survivor is the like, you have to have flexibility. There's gonna be talks. There's gonna be a lot of jumping around of who are we voting for, who's the target, and he seems like someone that's so like, but we already decided. What's this? What? Like, it could have been any. I think he's someone that it could truly. I mean, obviously, he wants Devon's out so bad. But I also feel it could be any other name, and he would still be like, wait, what? But we.
Okay,
I already set my heart on this person. I've already said goodbye to them in my heart, in my mind, in my soul. What do you mean it's somebody else? Like, he can't fathom the like jumping around a Survivor. But isn't that interesting? I don't know. Like, and it's like, my guy, do you know what show you're on?
I know it annoys so many people, but I also like love having that person on the beach to like make you feel like you're going crazy. Yeah. I love it that this is jumping forward, but I love at the end, like when they're about to go to tribal council, and he's like, okay, so like, is anyone concerned that we don't have a general consensus? And Emily's like on a hammock being like,
okay,
Joe, or yes, it was Joe. She's like, Joe, I have no idea what's going on. And he's like, okay, got it.
And she loves it. And the difference is that she's got a big old smile on her face. She's like, I have no idea what's going on. She's getting like turned on at the thought.
Oh, our cougar in our Ren Fair outfit. Yes. Or cougar dressed as a Ren Fair girl. Yes. So this is a pivotal moment because like you said, it seems like Joe doesn't like this back and forth chitter chatter. Why can't it just be the simple plan? And the simple plan is this guy I can't stand.
Yeah.
Because he also then does the thing that blows up Stephanie's game is he goes and tells Suri and Tiffany about the Aussie plan.
That's right.
And I love this scene. A few things to think about here. Suri plays it so cool.
So cool. Oh my gosh.
So she hears Aussie's name when we're in the watch party. We're all like, no, don't get her. Oh, Suri. And I feel like any other game player, when like if someone came to me and they're like, yeah, I think Nina's got to go. And I'd be like,
I just really thought about it. Nina has to go.
And I would say an okay Survivor player, like a good one, like a totally average, like good Survivor player would be like, okay, sounds good. I'm down with that. Wait for that person to leave. And then you start the scramble of like, oh no, I'm not letting my number one Nina get out. And then you do the scramble. Like, no, Suri is so good that he says, yeah, I think Ozzy's the name. And then she immediately plants that seed of doubt in his mind. Because she's like, yeah, I get it. I don't want to like shake the tree too much. Like, I understand Ozzy is a name, but if we vote out Ozzy, then we leave Stephanie, Jonathan, Devons, and Emily to turn on any of us. And she says it in that moment, which I think that's such a smart way to do it because really you could make that argument for any vote.
Literally.
Like, if we get Nina out, that means,
so and so and so.
These 5 people could then turn on us. But it's just like planning that like immediate seed of doubt and not waiting for them to like walk away.
Yeah.
Like start the work now, baby.
Immediately.
Yeah.
Like don't give them a chance to breathe. Don't give them a chance to like think about it and be like, well, I don't know, blah, blah, blah. don't even give him that space.
And you don't have to be super defensive, like, no. I can't have, because you have to play it cool.
And she plays it so cool. But you have to be like,
but are you sure though? Are you sure though?
I would just be scared for us that they could come for us.
Exactly.
You and me,
And the other thing that I'm picking up on is Tiffany.
Mm-hmm.
She is by Cerie's side
all the time.
Mm-hmm. She was by her side in the hammock the whole time. Last episode, she was by her in the boat. Mm-hmm. Stephanie said in her exit press, this was just like a throwaway comment, but she mentioned that Cirie and Tiffany slept side by side.
I love that.
And I just love that because it's like, for Cirie, the only other Black woman on the tribe is Tiffany. And for Tiffany, the only other Black woman on the tribe is Cirie. Yeah. And they are a lovely pair. It also makes me wonder, like, how is that going to go forward with Rizzo and Ozzy?
Mm-hmm.
Like, where does Tiffany play into that? Crew, because I also feel like I'm like waiting for like a really special bonding conversation between Cirie and Tiffany.
I was just about to say, it's like, exactly, we've been seeing them together all the time, but they haven't shown us.
I feel like there has to be this like
good combos between them, and I want to see that.
Like Black girl magic
happening on the beaches of Fiji, and I want to see it. Oh, I feel like that would fill me up with so much joy to see these two women bonding in different ages and different in different stages of their lives, and just bonding over being on Survivor right now and both killing it.
Yeah.
Oh, I need that for my soul. I need it.
I need it too.
And so freaking high Survivor editors, please put that in there.
When Cirie is like, okay, let me just keep going on my timeline, but I have a note. I have a note later. Okay, so at this point, Stephanie is like, okay, I know that Cirie and Ozzy are tight. I don't know why Joe went to them. She's like, okay, I'm going to try to smooth things over. Stephanie comes over to Cirie and Tiffany, because Tiffany's also there.
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah, I mean, I heard the vote. I guess we're just splitting between Rick and Emily. I mean, that's not like my plan. That's just what I heard. But I think that's like what we're doing. And Cirie's like, oh, she thinks she's slick, but she's not.
She can't even make eye contact with me.
She's being
shifty.
Mm-hmm. So Cirie knows. What a good clock. Because they have played a lot of reality TV together. They did. I've mentioned this to you before, but to our listeners, I wanted to mention again. So they played on a single episode of Snake in the Grass.
Yes.
And Stephanie's so bad at lying that Cirie and all the other contestants on the show immediately knew that Stephanie was the snake. And it was one of those like, okay, and I guess the episode is done.
And that's it.
And you figured out who the snake is. So Stephanie was doing the exact same thing here, like trying to lie. And Cirie's like, oh, okay, this is a lie. And so I love this scene when Cirie reveals to Ozzy that the vote is him. Because he's like, oh no. And she's like, okay, let's do Cirie pitches, how about me, you, Tiffany, and Rizzo, and my extra vote saves you. And he says, are you sure?
Are you sure you want to use it?
She says, do you want to go home? Do you want to go home? And the whole time she's talking, she's like clenching her teeth.
Yeah.
Because she doesn't want to like look like she's laying it down. She's like, do you want to go home?
Yeah, she wants to make it look like they're just hanging out.
Just hanging out. But the thing that I was thinking about here is that I'm like, oh, it's interesting that she included Tiffany in that. Like the one extra vote that they're going to put together for maybe this secret plan to save Ozzy.
Yeah.
Tiffany was that one.
As part of it, yeah.
So is Tiffany at the very bottom of this 4-person possible alliance?
I mean, at the moment, it looks that way.
It looks that way. But we love Tiffany.
But we love Tiffany. And this was such a good episode for her also. So we'll see.
And then we get a scene of Ozzy going to Jonathan, which I was like, what is he doing?
I know.
And Ozzy tells Jonathan the plan has flipped to Stephanie, which I'm just like,
why would he?
That's a big question for me.
Yeah.
Because Jonathan was gutting for Ozzy, but Ozzy felt good enough with Jonathan to go to him, or was it like a trick thing? Because then at that point, that's like the Stephanie plan has like gone to bits. Whereas I feel like the Stephanie plan could have had more legs to stand on for the rest of the afternoon if Ozzy didn't go to Jonathan.
Yeah.
I'm a little.
What's going on there, Ozzy?
I'm curious about that. Then we get this really funny scene between Stephanie and Suri. And I think someone else is there. Probably Tiffany. I think Aubrey or Jonathan. I think Jonathan is there. And Stephanie's like, you were going to vote for me? Saying that to Suri. Suri, again, so slick.
So
she's
good.
She's like, it was floated.
I mean, it was floated.
Stephanie's, how could you? And Suri's like, when someone says your name,
I'm not going to say no.
I'm not going to say no, but that doesn't mean that's what we're doing.
So good.
I am so thankful that we get to see Suri play Survivor again.
Oh, it's a thrill. It's the thrill of my life right now.
It is
to watch her play Survivor.
Good. And then Stephanie is like, oh no, and tries to flip it onto Suri. Your death knell has been rung.
This was another like, oh no, from the watch party audience.
Oh hell no,
she's like, I'm sorry, what did you say? I'm sorry, what name did you just say? I don't think. Stephanie, speak up. I don't think I heard you.
Yeah. And she pitches this to Devin. And he says, yeah, that sounds good. But then he moves it onto Rizzo instead. And I'm just curious. I would love to hear Rick's point of view on that. Like, why not say yes to Suri? Is it everyone is... We've talked about this before. It's like, is everyone just like in a fugue state where they're like, when it comes to Suri, and Suri's going to get to the end and she just wins the whole game. I love that, by the way. I freaking love that. I just am curious why Rick stated at the tribal council and was like, yeah. And even in his confession, he's like, yeah, I'm not getting Suri out, but I could get Rizzo out. I'm like, Suri's quite a threat to you winning the game. Like...
Yeah, so we talked about this, I think, a little yesterday, where I think it's when we were discussing, maybe just before the watch party, our own, like, predictions of, okay, so who do you think is going to get voted out? How do you think this is going? And this same idea was brought up with Suri. And I have this theory where Survivor 50, it's all about legacy. And what legacy are you leaving behind with your time on Survivor? And I truly believe... Looking at the people that are left, I don't think anyone wants their legacy to be that they're the person that got Suri out. I really think,
agree
except
with
maybe there, I don't know. There's maybe some people, like, I could see maybe Emily, honestly. Emily is such a chaos agent.
Wonder maybe Aubrey.
Yeah. On Aubrey.
Because we teed up so many points in this episode of her having a big end game. Mm-hmm. Like that got hinted. Mm-hmm. Hinted. It's heavy-handed hint that Aubrey's gonna either try for a big move and fail or try for a big move and succeed. So, Devins says, what about Rizzo? They're all for Rizzo to the point that Stephanie's like, oh, let's do Rizzo. I even have a steal a vote. Sounds great. And Devins is like, thank you so much. I know all the information I need to know to blow up this tribal council. So that, I just wanted to walk through all of it.
It was so good. Also, I didn't realize at the end of that when Rick Devins said, oh, you really shouldn't have told me all that because I'm going to blow this up. I don't know why I didn't think he was going to say anything at that tribal council. I was thinking that he was going to use something for like later. I don't know why I thought that. I guess because... I mean, if someone's going to throw such a big move during tribal council, I guess I'd never seen that. I guess I never thought that someone would do that.
And when Rick Devins is like, I got my hand on the detonator, it's for tribal council. Yeah. 100%.
I don't know why, but yeah. It was to me, I was like, okay, here we go. Oh, okay. Oh, so he means now. Oh, he's going to air stuff right now. Oh, okay. Okay, let's go.
Personally, I also don't like waiting.
No.
Okay, the board is blank. The board is back because I wanted to do a little bit of mapping so that we could really, try to see what's happening on the episode on the show right now and see where it's going to go going forward because we only have 3 more episodes.
Oh my gosh, that's right.
We have 3 more episodes. That's it. Okay, so first on the board, I want Suri's Wizard of Oz in the middle.
Okay.
And I want Suri in the very middle. So I'm going to give you Suri first.
Oh, yeah.
Nina's gonna play like magician's assistant right now.
Like right here.
Yeah, sounds good. And then we can put like Ozzy and Rizzo flanking her. Yeah, and you can give me a pin too.
Okay.
I'll get Rizzo. Alrighty. Okay, and now because these people, these three, have at all moments, all turns, have said they are together. They are not turning on each other. We haven't not heard even a whiff of that.
Even a whiff of them saying any of the others' names.
Yeah, so we're just going to consider them a unit. And then we've been talking a lot about Tiffany because Tiffany is always with Suri.
Yeah.
What does that make her role? Let's put her below them and underneath Suri.
Let's do it.
And then next up, Jonathan. He's the op.
Yeah,
he's the op, and he's down in numbers. And a lot of this episode, Suri has been like, we need to get out the people who are against me. So the people who are going to be against me, Stephanie, Jonathan, Coach, Chrissy, a lot of those people are out of this game now.
Bye.
So let's put Jonathan maybe here at the bottom. Good job. And we'll put Joe with him too, because as far as we can see, Joe and Jonathan are working together. Is Joe being sneaky playing the middle, or is he just messy talking to the wrong people? Okay, now we have our two psychopathic twins.
Yes.
Rick Devens and Emily. Let's maybe put them to the side over here because their allegiances, I feel like they are wide open.
Oh yeah. They're down for whatever choice, whatever allegiance like makes the most chaos.
And
honestly.
like it's the most fun.
Yeah.
It makes sense to them.
And excites them.
Exactly.
Bring me an idea that excites me and brings me to life, then maybe I'll vote for that person.
And then we have Ms. Aubrey. So I'll put her over here. So mapping these people out, a few things I want to think about is that we have Joe and Rick who can't stand each other.
Yeah.
But I feel like Rick doesn't take it that seriously against Joe. Like I haven't heard Rick say Joe's name yet.
That's true. They just had their kerfuffle a couple of episodes ago, but then that's really been it. Rick.
From Rick's point of view. Because now Rick is playing from the bottom. So maybe that's why he isn't, been targeting Joe necessarily. But Joe definitely has a target still on Rick. Also, Ozzy and Jonathan this episode had that conversation where it seemed like they were still tight. Like Ozzy was approaching Jonathan. I don't think that's real anymore though.
I hope not.
Because they got out his Jonathan's girl Stephanie, and they've only been taking out his numbers week by week. They can't be tight still, surely. Aubrey in the middle here, my note, the Suri killer, because she had a lot of conversations with Jonathan this week. And she was in original conversations with Stephanie and Jonathan.
Yeah. And I believe it was last episode she was in conversations with Joe. That she wants to really play with him and work with him. Yeah.
Yes, she was like, sitting by the hammock. I think she was doing that definitely with Jonathan.
Yeah, oh, you're right.
I think that was with Jonathan.
Yeah, you're right.
But she also had a lot of like pretty friendly moments with Rick during tribal council.
And like you said, Rick was like kind of looking out for her.
Yes. So my thinking is that, okay, Jonathan is definitely down in numbers for his like original alliance, but I think he very much has a chance to take a target out from this foursome by joining up with all of these people here. So that would be Jonathan and Joe, Pull and Aubrey. They've already been pretty much working together. That doesn't seem that far off. And then Aubrey looks to be tight with Rick. I think she could pull in Rick, and then Rick pulls in Emily, and they all go after either Ozzy or Suri.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
And
what a scary thought.
And they would have the votes. That's 5 versus 4.
Yeah.
Ozzy still has an idol, so he has protection there. I don't think people are taking Rizzo that seriously. In Stephanie's exit press, she mentioned that they just kind of saw Rizzo as this like floater, season 49 young boy. Like they just weren't taking him that, at least she wasn't taking him that seriously. Yeah. And Tiffany, I also is like, hasn't been labeled as a threat either. So I just am like, Jonathan's chance, which I think is a pretty good chance of getting these numbers together to get out Ozzy or Serene.
That's scary.
So that's kind of the main kind of thought I wanted to map out. Is there any other combinations or other ways that you think
it's
the vote
just
could
so
go?
every episode it really is like, okay, what's gonna happen? I have no clue. I feel like Emily on that hammock. It's like I have no idea. I have no clue. And it truly feels like it really is like these three that are standing super strong, which has been really fun to watch.
I also think they could stand super strong together still and get out Jonathan.
Yeah.
Because that would be the op to get. Like that would be my target number one if I was Suri, Ozzy, etc. Because he has led so many votes. He is a force. He's strong. He could win immunities. He can pull these other people together. Joe, I feel like, is a little lost without him.
Yeah, I would say so. The way his eyes get so big, I'm like, okay, so who are we voting for? Who are we voting for?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now I thought we could talk about something fun.
Let's do it.
The auction. So
I love the auction.
I was so excited for this auction. There was a number of things about the auction that I believe has made it the best auction of the new era.
Oh yeah.
Because there was no challenge before to like get money. So in past seasons it would be like a boat arrives on the beach and then you have to like run around the jungle and get money, and it just like became this whole like extra thing before you even get to the auction.
Yeah.
And this time they just give them money. They
just give them money.
They just show up to the auction. They all have the same amount of money. The other amazing thing is that no one is losing a vote.
Yeah.
Because that was the other thing, is that whoever is left with the most amount of money, you lose a vote, which just made everyone spend all their money on the first thing being called. Yeah. There was no strategy around it. And I thought the comfort versus chaos was fun.
Oh, yeah, of course. Comfort versus chaos. Come on.
I also feel like it could have just been like, some of this stuff is going to be gross and you don't know it.
That's what I thought it was going to be initially. That it was just going to be like, it was like that milkshake. I really thought it was just going to be like, oh, and it's a milkshake of like earthworms or something like that. And that's that. There's no other. But it was interesting, the mix of, does comfort have chaos with it?
They played up with it there. So now I just want to like hit some highlights.
Let's do it.
Of it. The snack tray of like the vegetables and stuff that Jonathan got for $80, and Tiffany says, I don't want no carrots. Do you have one?
Oh, of course. I mean, I loved Aubrey.
Oh, yes. So she had one of the 2-person shared items. She shares it with Rizzo. She says, I'm a psycho. I'll do it.
Yeah.
Because it's the choice of comfort versus chaos. And of course, Rizzo, our picky boy.
He's like, I mean, I could try, but I'm really bad at it.
He says this statement,
is such nothing.
If it's something I can stomach, I'll do it, but if not, and I'm like, bro, you can't even. Okay, this is the best tea. This is the best tea I got from Stephanie's exit interview.
Okay, here we go.
Because he's like, Rob was asking like, oh, did we miss anything from the auction that you'd like to mention? She's like, yeah, I'd like to mention something. So Rizzo later on wins the 2 chicken breasts with broccoli and a protein shake.
So plain.
For a picky eater, what a dream.
Yeah.
The most like simple basic, just it's chicken breast.
Yeah.
It is chicken breast.
No seasoning, nothing.
He wouldn't eat it. Nina, he wouldn't eat it.
Stop. Are you
And then Stephanie and Aubrey, Sarit, they start mothering him. Because they're like, you need to eat that.
You actually really need to eat that.
You need to eat that. You like spent your money on it. You stood up, you went and got it. Like you're on Survivor.
You have to eat it.
You are not leaving this dinner
table.
Aubrey's
like, I ate a worm. I ate a worm. You need to eat that chicken breast.
And he's like, he's not eating coconut at camp. Like he'll eat rice, but he won't eat the coconut. He's like talking about how hungry he is all the time. Also, I think there's like an element to like he's sick from like plane survivor back to back, and he's like kind of like gastrointestinally maybe like messed up. So I'll give you props there, but I also think you were like the most picky ass eater that even at the like complete level of starvation, you're like, but I don't like broccoli.
I don't like it.
I prefer a chicken nugget to a chicken breast.
Yeah, so I don't know about.
And then they were
one.
like, oh, and it was so annoying because later at camp he would like complain about his stomach hurting from being hungry. And they're like,
I'm gonna kill you. I feel like I'm going to kill you if you utter a single word.
And I think it broke the mothers in the tribe. It broke the mothers' brains because the moms were like, I can't handle this. I cannot handle this boy right now.
Well, I wonder. So exactly. So Aubrey's turn goes up and she chooses Rizzo, and it's like, okay, comfort or chaos. And they say, okay, the comfort is
chocolate chip cookies
with a glass of whole milk, baby. And the chaos is that one of them has to eat these nasty ass big Lion King Hakuna Matata
Grubs.
Pumbaa worms.
Yeah.
And it's like if that person can finish it within 2 minutes, they can both enjoy the comfort meal. And exactly, Aubrey's immediately like, oh yeah, I got this. Oh, when can I start? Can I start now? Hi, so can I start now? Or
and Jonathan is like, I want to see the grub. And she's like, oh, you want to see it?
And she's chewing and she's dancing. And it was so much fun to watch. And also so genius. I also would eat just about anything if I knew I had chocolate chip cookies and milk waiting for me. That is the best chaser. You know, it's not like these other games where it's like, okay, you have to eat all this nasty crap. It's like, okay, and that's it. And then you just have that in your mouth the rest of the day.
Oh, God.
Like you just have like bits of bugs and like, guts or whatever stuff like they have you eat. And she's like, yeah. So I was very much in the headspace of Aubrey. I'm like, you freaking do that, Aubrey. That was so
we
good.
Were so proud of her. Sari gets a charcuterie board. Oh, yeah. She also gets a blanket. She also gets a toothpaste. Brush her teeth.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Sari
self-care queen.
She pukes and rallies.
Yes,
like
at
the
one
champ
point she stops. I think she's like, if they're Jeff or somebody, they're talking. She's like, Jeff, I have to pause. I think I'm gonna be sick from the food.
And then Stephanie asks, can I pay for the rest of her food? And Jeff says no. And Sari's like, no, I'm gonna come back.
Oh, I'm gonna come back for it. Don't you worry.
And I'm gonna finish it.
And she does it. She goes to the side, pukes, and then comes right on back, grabs a little piece of salami and keeps eating it.
We get 2 vomits this episode.
Oh yeah,
what a treat for us.
Oh, that's a good episode of Survivor.
A reality TV gross thing, and then the person gets to the point of vomiting. I like that.
Yeah, you like that?
I like it. And that happened to Jonathan.
Yes, he had to. What was it that he had to eat again? It was,
but
a
it looked like a.
It looked like an air fried sea slug. That's what I was trying. I'm like, why does it look like that? Yeah.
And then when he bit into it and I heard the crunch, I was like, no.
And not just the crunch, but the way he had to try to break it off.
God.
And he's a strong guy.
I mean, the jaw strength on that man.
And then that was the worst part.
Imagine
so
Emily trying to eat that sea slug.
It would break her.
It would,
yeah. It would break her jaw. So yeah, with Jonathan, exactly. He had the same thing as Aubrey, where it's like, okay, this is a partner one. Who are you gonna choose? He chooses Ozzy, and it's another comfort chaos. Only this was way worse because it was
fall on your sword.
It was a fall on your sword. So both plates were covered, and you just choose. Like, okay, you just choose without knowing which is which. Yeah, so Jonathan chose the one on the right.
I need to rewatch this scene because I saw some comments of people being like, it was obvious which one was the comfort versus the chaos.
Oh, really?
And Jonathan, that was a homework item I also didn't get to today. But leave it in the comments if you know. Actually, like one cloche was different than the other, and someone was like, yeah, duh, he chose the wrong one. And I was like,
why would he do that? Truly.
Well, he didn't know. It's just these people who like know by the shape of cloches which one's the comforts versus the chaos.
Also, can I just say I love the word cloche?
You taught me that word. Fancy. You taught me because I used to say
love
lid,
that word.
Lid thingy.
No, it's cloche.
Cloche.
I love that word so
girl.
much. And I love that we're like talking about it. But yeah, and the fall on your sword one was so bad because exactly they choose which place without knowing which one is the comfort, which one's the chaos. Jonathan chooses first, Ozzy gets the other, and then it comes to pass that Jonathan is the one that chose the chaos, and it was that nasty ass. Was it sea slug?
Yeah.
And Ozzy gets what was it like?
Fried chicken and mashed potatoes.
Whew. And the thing was, Jonathan had to eat his in under 20 minutes so then Ozzy could have his plate. And Jonathan does it, bless him.
He does it.
Yeah.
He does it. Yeah. I came into this thinking, did Tiffany eat anything?
I know.
Was she never able to spend her money? And she just had this like big smile on her face and was just sitting there.
Yeah, she seemed good.
Whereas like I would be spiraling out if I hadn't eaten.
If I hadn't eaten anything, I would also be spiraling.
So Tiffany, can you let us know? Did you eat?
Yeah, did you eat,
Are you
girl?
okay? But also she went on to win immunity on what apparently is an empty stomach compared to everybody else.
And maybe that's the strategy.
To
just like be everybody else's
almost
dizzy from the food.
She's like, if I eat, I'm going to weaken my brain and I am hungry.
I'm hungry to win. I need to keep my hunger to win.
Because it's day 19.
Yeah.
It's day 19 and this was the day that she got voted out on her original season.
And that's what she kept. She woke up that morning knowing it was day 19 and she said,
I am not going home.
I am not going home tonight.
Nope.
There is no way. There is no... I'm not even going to give these people a choice to send me home. And she didn't. And
she was locked in on that plank.
Yeah.
She owned that challenge.
It was amazing to watch. It was such a... Again, we gave it so much crap. We were like, okay, we've seen this a million times. Why? But by the end, it really was so riveting.
We weren't giving Tiffany crap. We were giving the challenge crap.
Yeah.
We would never, Tiffany.
I would never. The way she's playing this game, no. She's killing it.
Yeah. And it was down to Ozzy and Tiffany. I'm like, my two babies.
I know.
Because I really want Ozzy to beat Boston Rob. So he has to win 2 more immunities for just this very trivial statistic that I'm now very, very into for winning. But I was very happy with Tiffany winning. Very happy. Very happy. And I feel like this is also not going to be the last immunity. Just to see how strong she looks.
She didn't falter that entire there was never like...
I thought at one point Rick Devens like was gonna break his ankle and Dr. Barry was gonna come out.
That was so scary. I wonder
because they zoomed in on his ankle and then he kind of twisted and fell and I was like, no.
If we saw a freaking twisted ankle on TV, that would be so gnarly. I wonder if what was going on with him. Of course, your feet hurt. I don't mean to say like, but I also wonder, you're up there for so long. I wonder if the sweat.
Oh, I bet. Yeah.
I wonder if the sweat is part of it. I think the sweat is an issue
for several of the challenges.
Yeah.
It actually, because the sweat into your eyes, sweat on your hands, all of that. I was thinking to maybe close out the recap. Mm-hmm. I wanted to talk about Letters from Home.
Oh, yeah.
And I wanted to especially talk about Cerie's letter from home.
Yes.
Because I paused it and I read the whole thing.
Oh my gosh.
I did. It's really good.
Okay,
really good.
Okay, I love this. This coming from a girl that's like, if I'm ever on Survivor, don't send me letters.
Oh yeah, I said that.
Don't you, loved ones, don't you freaking dare send me. You better leave that letter blank.
Okay,
if you want me to win.
That was like a complete chaos queen take that I had last season. I love that you pulled that up, because one thing I wanted to mention first is what I loved about this episode with Letters from Home is that everyone got them.
Yes.
And it wasn't this thing that got withheld from certain people based on who won the reward and who were picking to go on the reward, because that usually causes all of that drama, which is why I said in season 49, I was like, don't even write me a letter, because I don't want to like
to have that make you spiral.
I don't want to like lose sight of the end game, and I don't want to spiral about a letter when I already know that you guys love me. And I'm just thinking of like season 46, Maria, after she wasn't selected for the Letters from Home and she lost it to the point that she went on a complete warpath that was pretty destructive for her game and her number one's game, Charlie, as well. So I was like, don't even write me a letter. But I love that they gave them to everyone, because I'm sure this is what the producers want, because they want to get shots of everybody reading the letters. Because imagine if Cirie didn't win the reward and they didn't select Cirie to go on the reward with them, and we didn't get that moment,
that beautiful moment of her getting a letter from her dad.
And it's special because her dad has never written her a letter in her whole 54 years of life. So that probably includes, Christmases, holidays, birthdays, also her playing on Survivor.
Several
This is her
times now.
5th time playing Survivor.
Mm-hmm.
She's also played on so many other reality competition shows that can feature letters as well. And she's never received from her dad. And I read it. I meant to take a screenshot to get the full thing, but I put down a few quotes that I liked about it. So it says, "Suri, my girl, comma," and then it goes into the rest of it. But then in the corner, there was like a little bubble, like a little like circle bubble. And within it says, "Always know you are loved, baby. Keep it as real as you can." Like he wrote that whole letter and then was like, "Oh, I want to add this on. I want to add a
little fun little thing.
You always know you are loved, baby. Keep it as real as you can."
Oh my gosh, that's so sweet.
And
then let this woman win. Let this woman win, please.
The letter is a single story about her when she was a child. And that's what he writes about in the letter. And he says, "Do you remember when I was going on that fishing trip with your uncles and you wanted to go and you asked if you could go, and I took my time to explain to you that it was dangerous and rough terrain and you couldn't go because of that reason. And then at the next morning at the crack of dawn, I wake up and you are there wearing your little hat, your boots, and your most lethal weapon, your smile."
Oh my god. Oh my god.
The cerise smile.
I need to see her
smile.
To imagine Suri as a little kid.
I know.
That is lethal. That is lethal.
And
she would get away with murder.
And essentially his statement is like, "You've got this. You can do anything you want. You can do anything."
Because you've been able to do anything you want since you were little. Like, this is who you are.
This is who you are.
Yeah.
You've blown my mind, my love for you, my expectations. Like, I am in awe of you. Always know you are loved, baby. Keep it as real as you can.
Oh, God, that's so sweet.
But I just love that story.
Yeah, that is such a good story.
And now I'm going to be a complete freaking sicko going forward, and I'm going to pause. I'm going to pause on all of these love letters. Because I paused it because I was like, his writing is also like very big.
Oh, writing. Okay. So you're like, oh, okay, I can read that.
Because I think I saw a little word and I was like, and you know, I'm now a journalist now for this podcast. And I was like, pause. And then I read it and I was like, oh, and then I'm like, okay. I'll be pausing in the future. We'll have a full podcast segment where I read word for word.
I love this.
All of the letters from mom. Maybe I'll do this even next week. Who knows? But I just wanted to end on that.
Oh, I love that. That's such a sweet note to end on.
Yeah.
On such a freaking good episode.
Also, I love Devin's wife, Becca, her letter as well, and where she said, "Play with a spirit of playfulness." And he took that and ran with it. And that's like exactly what he needed to hear.
Yeah. Oh, so fun. Oh, Survivor.
What a good episode.
Wow. Survivor is feeding us.
Survivor is keeping my belly full. Also, on top of that, we hosted our first watch party. And guys, it's just the beginning.
It is.
We had so much fun.
It was a blast. I cannot wait to do it again, truly.
And it just, this thinking, I always talk about this, but like the feeling of like, we love watching TV, but watching TV alone is so isolating sometimes.
Yeah.
And you get so obsessed with the show, and then you get obsessed with the show, and then you start listening to podcasts about the show, and you're obsessed with the podcast. You're still like doing it alone.
Yeah.
You know? And I just am always urging people to like go out into your community and find people that like love the same things that you do.
Yeah, because they're out there.
Yeah,
and they want to talk to you about it.
But in the meantime, please subscribe.
Yeah, please.
Please continue.
Yeah, please listen. Keep listening to this podcast. Keep watching these videos, please.
Yes. But also come to Athens, Georgia and watch Survivor with us. That would also be a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah. You won't regret it.
So the next couple weeks are going to be crazy.
Yes, they are. Do you want to tell them why?
I can tell them why. So if you're like still watching at this point, oh my God, I love y'all. I am going to be going to South Korea next week. So at this time next week, next Thursday, I'm going to be on a 15-hour flight.
Yep.
Experiencing a brain melt. And so Nina and I, we have a tentative plan to record earlier than we've ever recorded before. We are going to watch the episode live. We don't have screeners.
We don't have screeners.
Not yet.
Not one of those.
If anyone wants to give us a screener, hook up.
Please. We'll do anything. Please.
That would be literally a wish of like my entire year, next year, years to come. But we will watch the episode live and then get right back into this room and podcast so that we can get her done before I hit
the road.
hit the plane, hit the road, and
I know.
I'm gonna be in South Korea for a few weeks. So there also might be some Zoom.
Yeah.
Some Zoom podcasting. Yeah, we're gonna figure it out. Don't worry, we'll be recapping the rest of the season. I'm just not gonna be in America for it.
Yeah.
It's a 13-hour difference, so it's gonna be 9 a.m.
when it plays
there, which I'm like, perfect.
That works for me. Perfect the time I want to watch it.
Yeah,
like with my morning coffee. Great.
Yeah. So I'm gonna be doing just fine.
I can't wait to hear about this. I am very excited for Allison.
Allison's gonna be living in tomorrow.
You are
truly. So
yeah. You can let us know how it is. Yeah. So I can prepare, for the next day.
All right. Well, that is Chaotic Good. Thank you guys so much for tuning in.
See ya.